I'm in a silly, goofy mood today. Ooh, because I've been pent up. Hairstyles, every shoe, every color, and not talking to anyone. So here we go. What's up, fam? Welcome to the Messy Action Podcast, where I plan to teach you to use messy action to finally level up in all aspects of your life. We will be talking all things health and fitness, business, relationships, and more. I'm your host, Courtney Lombardo. Now let's get into the show. What's up, fam? Happy Memorial Day. If you're watching this on the day that it is premiering, it's Memorial Day. So go have some fun. Go relax. Go enjoy. Hopefully, you're utilizing some of my tips that were in my last episode. I had a lot of tips and tricks for just overall gatherings and, of course, barbecues. Today, I want to talk about something extremely hot topic, and that is how to get healthy whilst being a busy woman. So this can mean a multitude of things, right? It could be that 9-to-5 girly. It could be a nurse. It could be a teacher. It could be that you're a mama. It could be that you run your own business too. It could be that, there's a lot of different areas where you could be a busy woman. But either way, if you feel like you are putting your career first, your relationships first, all these other things first, and you just don't simply have time to honestly just take care of yourself, or much less get in health and fitness and nutrition and macros and all these sorts of things, you're just like, I don't have time. Like, I don't know, all these other women are finding time, but I just don't have it. Today we're going to talk about it. Today I'm going to give you some tips and tricks of how to make that time, how to create that time, and also how to just create realistic standards for yourself that are not going to be in comparison to maybe a girl who doesn't have quite as busy of a schedule as you, because that can be frustrating on its own. It's just comparing yourself to someone who just doesn't get it. I'm here to talk to you today because I get it. I get it, and I also work with a ton of clients who get it. So without further ado, let's get into it today. I'm going to be diving into our 4 pillars of training at Rise Transformations. If you do not know, I own a fitness coaching business that is for former female athletes, and in that, we always goal set and then educate our girlies in our 4 pillars, which is going to be training, nutrition, mindset, and habits and routine. So within that, I'm going to go ahead and dive into tips and tricks within each pillar. Let's get started with the pillar of training, because this so happens to be the one pillar that a lot of women are just simply like, I just don't have time. I don't have time to go to the gym for 2 to 3 hours a day and go 4 to 5 times a week. I have all these different obligations. And then to that I say, yeah, you don't have time. And guess what? It's okay. It is okay that you do not have the time to go to the gym for 2 to 3 hours every single time you're gonna go, and also even 4 to 5 days a week. We have to be realistic with ourselves. Just know your sessions don't even have to be an hour and a half to be productive. If you're going in and moving your body for 45 minutes more than you were before, isn't that gonna be better than nothing? It's going to be. And also, as you learn to build these habits and you learn to make the time in your schedule, maybe you find it easier to start putting a little bit more time and a little bit more here and there and there. But the biggest issue is that we try to go from 0 to 100. We see all these other women who, again, might not have as busy of a schedule as you, that are spending a ton of time in the gym and have these bodies, and that's just unrealistic for you. You can reach your goals. It's just gotta look different. So with training, I also mentioned, amount of days per week. And, I think that with society and how it's been in the past, we were all gunning for upwards of 5, right? 5, 6, 7. We should be going day in, day out, find the grind. Honestly, I'm a very busy woman. I do create my own schedule now. So back in the day, when I was trying to get 6 or 7 workouts in on top of my 9-to-5, I was burnt out. It's just not realistic, and I absolutely can stand by that and also relate to you, right? So I'm here to tell you that now, as a busy woman who creates her own schedule, I only go 4 days a week. I only go 4 days a week, and it is the best I've ever felt. I feel like I have proper time to recover. I feel like I'm effective in my gym sessions because I am excited. It is the best I've ever felt. I feel like I have proper time to recover. I feel like I'm effective in my gym sessions because I am excited. So honestly, even though I know you're putting a ton of pressure on yourself to be at the gym for 5, 6, 7 days a week, grind 2 a day, let's go. It's also not as beneficial a lot of the time. So as a busy woman, you shifting your schedule might be more beneficial than someone who has a very open schedule. Also note that your time in the gym can change with seasons. So maybe you're a teacher. Maybe in the summers you do have a little bit more time to give to the gym. And during the school year, you might just not have as much time, and that's okay. You have to be as effective as you can with the time you are given. Just know every job is going to have its different seasons. I know a bunch of accountants where they have busy season. They were just like head in the ground. We're doing the bare minimum just to make sure you are feeling okay. And then after that, we can focus on your mesocycles again. Do not try to double up on your workouts if you miss a workout. This is something a ton of my busy women clients will always try to do. They miss a workout, so they're like, I'm just going to try to fit 2 in this weekend on the same day. And I'm like, no, stop it. Knock it off. Knock it off. We are not in the business of making up for lost time, lost workouts. It's going to be okay if you miss a workout in a week. Being okay with being imperfect is got to be your cup of tea, sister, because you're busy, period. We already know things are going to come up. You're going to try your darn bestest to really see these things through, but as long as you're doing the baseline things to make sure you're feeling good, getting your steps in, eating well, it's going to be okay if you miss a gym session here or there. I promise you. Lastly, do not choose to go to the gym over getting necessary sleep. Honestly, at my nurses, mostly. I work with so many nurses and they're always like, I went from night shift right to the gym and then I just couldn't fall asleep after, right? So we were sacrificing sleep to get to the gym, and to that I told them, absolutely not. No. Because sleep is that important in, playing a role in building muscle, and also the fatigue and the recovery that goes along with it. Sleep is all important. It is the most important thing. It is the one thing my busy women do tend to slack on, right? We want more hours in the day. We don't want to go to sleep so soon, but you have to prioritize it. If you want to make every single day worth it and make sure you're doing all the things to the best of your ability, get your sleep. Moving on to the nutrition pillar, also a very hot topic, not just for busy women in general, of course, but if you are a busy woman, things like meal prepping, counting macros, doing this meal plan, this, that, and the other. It's really hard to stick to because it's the last thing on your mind throughout a day. You're got a busy day in front of you. You get to lunch, you're just like, I forgot to eat, right? Meal timing is non-existent a lot of the times, and also we don't want to spend 5 hours on the weekend prepping meals and doing this or that or the other one. It's like our only free time to maybe hang out with our family or go do what we really would like to be doing. So it's a very frustrating place to be in, and I really promise you I can empathize. I know, again, I make my own schedule now, but I've been there, done that. So there are ways to make it work. There's ways to make it easier, and knowing that some of these tips I'm about to give you hope to make sure that you can do this. Please take some of these pieces and just try to implement one thing. One thing I'm telling you from this podcast, I'm going to finish it strong, but take one thing from all of it and just implement it, because that is your biggest issue as a busy woman. You are just letting the overwhelm of what society's telling you, what social media is telling you, push you down to be like, I can't do that, right? Because anyone just looking at all the things that are going to make you healthy and fit on the internet, if you have to do all those things, like, heck no, that's not happening. It's not happening. Like, there's way too much there, okay? So for the nutrition pillar, let me hop into my tips and tricks and then we can continue on. You still have to prepare. You absolutely still have to have that preparation. You have to plan what you're going to eat in the days, and you have to prepare the meals, okay? Now there's different avenues depending on how stacked for time you are. If preparation means you're going to use a meal prep service, or you're going to plan to get this convenience option, or you're going to go to Trader Joe's and get some frozen meals, cool, fine, do it. At least you're doing something for yourself, so it puts you in the mindset. Again, if we can just get you consistent and in the mindset, a lot of doors open, okay? So start small. If those are what you have to start with, cool. I'm not asking you to sit there and measure out your rice and measure out your chicken and make all these meals for the whole week if that's what you can't do right now. That is definitely extreme, okay? Also know, with that being said, convenience is okay. If you need to find the healthier on-the-go options, order the meal prep service, find the quicker things, do it. Again, do it. It's your barrier to entry right now. Jump over it. Definitely have healthy snacks at work, okay? We all know there's always gonna be like a potluck, someone's gonna bring in pizza, donuts, yada, yada, yada. Work environments are so tough to beat a lot of the times if you are genuinely trying to be healthy. And if you're stressed on top of it, those donuts there's no match. Like, the match over, game over, you're gonna have the donut. Versus if you were to already have a drawer of healthy snacks, which I literally always had, you have something to grab. Like when your coworkers are like going over food and like you do feel like a little bit of stress, like have the snack. Allow yourself to eat throughout the day, but maybe healthier options. And then lastly, you're not gonna love it, but macros can help so much, because if they do bring food in the office, you can easily throw that into your macros. Right now, I know you're busy and I know you feel like macros is going to take too much time to learn and understand and implement every single day. And to that I say, yes, there's going to be a little bit of an entry barrier that's like, okay, you do need to learn what you're doing and why you're doing it. But after that, we really do need to knock macros off of this pedestal that we all have it on, that takes so much time up throughout our day. Added it up, and even when I was first beginning and not understanding as much, if you were to add it up throughout the day, how much time you spent on it, maybe 20 minutes maximum. Maybe, you know what I mean? So just paint a picture, time audit yourself. How much time is that really taking? Is it worth it to you to be able to track your macros so you can reach your goals and not always fall into the trap that I'm busy, I can't do this? Because you can. You really can, I promise you. Third pillar is gonna be mindset. With mindset, this is a big one, because a lot of what I'm alluding to is really just your mindset. How can you switch it to say, I can do this, I'm just gonna start smaller. I can do this, I just need to drop my ego. I can do this, I just need to make some more time. I can do this, but it's not my priority right now. I need to shift that, right? So how do we make those switches for you? How do we do that mentally? I know that you've seen it online. People are journaling, they're cold plunging, they're doing affirmations, they're saging their house in the morning, they're going outside and put their bare feet in the grass, they're rolling around in the grass, they're saying hello to the sun, they're doing all these freaking things, 10 steps in the morning, you know? You don't have to do it. I'm here to tell you, you don't have to do it, okay? We can calm down, we can take, okay, what am I gonna say? One step at a time, okay? Maybe choose 2 if you're feeling funky. But have a routine in the morning. Don't live so reactively. So many of my busy women live so reactively because they have so much on their mind, they just can't calm themselves. They can't take a deep breath and be like, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna have a good day, right? They just run. They wake up, they go to work, they do this, do that. It's all so reactive. So if you can slow your morning down even for 10 minutes, I beg you to sit down with your thoughts and feelings. Brain dump. I love brain dumps for busy women, right? Brain dumps take us 5 minutes. It's basically just taking all the thoughts, all the concerns, all the excitement, anything that's going on in your head, and just throwing it on a piece of paper so it's not all cooped up, okay? Brain dumping is so powerful and can take you literally 5 minutes. 5 minutes? What am I saying? Time is not an excuse. Not anymore, not with me. With that being said, if you can brain dump, if you can get it out there on the paper and slow down your morning, you are going to see the benefits almost immediately, I swear to you. Living reactively is so harmful to your body. We can see inflammation come from that. With inflammation causes shame because we don't like the way our bodies look. We have all these different stipulations, so then we try to manipulate our food. Then there's possibly restriction, right? It's this whole big cycle that could get so gnarly for you, when in reality, if you could just slow yourself down, if you could be a little bit more proactive in your life and really take the reins and being like, this is how I want my life to look. I love my career. I love what I do. I'm sure you all do. But at the end of the day, what is life worth living if all you do is work? If all you do is run around town? Think about it. Health and fitness is more than just how you look. It's going to be how you feel. It's going to be your quality of life. I want you to show up every day and just be excited to live. Okay? That's all I'm asking. So as I'm sure you all know, with your mindset, You can't pour from an empty cup. And at some point, your cup is going to overflow, aka you will get burnt out if you can't calm down. Lastly, habits and routine. This is a huge one, obviously. Now, I know you're probably a very habitual human. Being a busy woman, we tend to just do our cycles, in and out, do this, do that. So that's great. I'm glad that you have that innate desire to have a habit and a routine, but we need to shift them to be a little bit healthier, right? We need to shift them so that we can be more proactive. I could probably spell out your routine right now. You wake up, maybe eat breakfast, maybe. So most days you're grabbing something on the go, or you're gonna get something on the go, and then you're gonna go to work, and you're gonna grind. And then maybe you're gonna have lunch. A lot of you guys will skip it. Then you're gonna work, then you're gonna grind, then you're gonna come home. And just depending if you have kids, a family, whatever your situation is, you're gonna come home, take care of them, make dinner for yourself, for them. You're gonna have dinner, you're gonna sit down, you're gonna watch TV mindlessly, just relax for the day for about an hour. And then maybe you'll binge and stay up a little bit too late. And then you go to bed. And then do it again. Does that sound accurate? Am I wrong? Is anyone else relate? Yeah, been there, done that. Been there, done that. And it's not a very fulfilling day in the life, right? It just feels like you never get a break. And then you say to yourself, well, I have my TV at the night, but that's not the break you actually need. You need a break that's going to fulfill you. You need a break that's going to be proactive in your life. And this is what you're missing, right? You know you need the health and fitness. You know you need this journey. You can make time, okay? So habits and routine are going to be shifted to being a little bit more proactive. So how can we do that? It's going to be about just creating new and very simple habits that will change this will change your life and mindset alone. If you can implement this portion, this will be the game changer for you. So number one, wake up earlier. I'm not going to tell you a time. I'm not going to say an hour, 2 hours, 5 a.m., whatever it is. I don't know your schedule, but just wake up earlier and hold yourself accountable to it. Is it 20 minutes earlier? Is it 30 minutes earlier? And do it slowly. Don't go crazy on me and be like, I'm going to wake up 2 hours earlier. No. Like one of my clients said, we're stopping at the salad bar first before the entree. She always says that. I love it. We have to be more proactive and create that time for ourselves, and that time is going to be best in the morning. I will tell you, one of the statistics I had found is like 90% of the population is genuinely better functioning in the morning, and even those who will say, hey, I'm a night owl, they don't genuinely know that they actually do function better at night. Now, some part of the population does just work better at night. Cool, give yourself some extra time then if that's what you feel, but wake up earlier. Number two, plan on one day of the week. And I know this is going to go back to like Sunday meal prep, planning, doing all this. But if Sunday doesn't work for you, which for a lot of my nursing clients, Sunday did not work, show up for it. Pick your day. It doesn't actually have to be consistent, because I also know a lot of busy women I'm talking to don't have a very consistent schedule. And that's fun and fresh. But show up for it. Make sure every single week you have a moment where you're just like, here's the meals I'm going to eat. I'm going to practice plugging them into my macros. I'm going to go grocery shopping. I'm going to prep what I can. I'm going to just buy what I can. I'm going to order what I need to. Have all your different options that are going to make it easier for the week. Why are we doing this? It buys back time, guys. This will buy you back time throughout the week, the time that you're losing. It could mean you have an extra half hour to go to the gym, and then it actually feels worth it to go to the gym for you. This could be make or break difference in your time throughout the week that you're looking to buy back. So pick a day and show up for it religiously. Number three, boundary setting. Boundary setting across the freaking board. Tell people what your schedule is, what your expectations of your day are, what your non-negotiables are. You tell everyone. You tell your boss, you tell your coworkers, you tell your husband, you tell your family members, you tell all these different people what your day needs to look like so that they know, okay? So that there is no question that what your intention for the day is. Like, hey, I'm gonna leave at the time that work says it's over. Like, I need to be out of here, I need to go do this, right? Stop overworking and stop people-pleasing your boss. Now, sure, there's a time and place to be the suck-up and to do well at your job and all those different things, but for the most part, you have to create a boundary for yourself, because there's only so much you as a human can do in one day. Give yourself grace, but give yourself your days back. You deserve it. You don't deserve to go and work for someone for 40 to 60 hours a week and not freaking work on yourself for at least 2 hours a day. Being a busy woman is so frustrating because I understand it. I really do understand it, but it is so important to, just the overall quality of your existence to do these things for yourself. You owe it to yourself, okay? So the biggest things I need you to take away from this episode today is, number one, buy back your time. Buy it back. Prep and prepare. Number two, live more proactively. Stop being so reactive in life. Set yourself up for success. Wake up earlier. Do all the different little smaller habits and routines that you can. Do it for you. And number three, fill your cup up. Do the mindset work. Go to the gym. Eat well. Fill your cup up so you can pour out of it. All right, it is time to wrap up this episode. If it spoke to you, tomorrow we have a little something coming out for you. Is our first free guide that we are launching since January, actually, which is crazy. We've also never launched a guide like this, and might be the reason why we talked about what we talked about today. No shame, hashtag plug. It is going to be a guide for you. If you listen to this and resonate it is a guide for busy women. It is actually created by one of our former clients, actually my former client. I worked with her for like 2 to 3 years. And oh my goodness, watching her lifestyle change was so freaking cool. When she first got started with me, she was just getting into nursing. She was trying to figure out what lifting even was, what macros even were, and she really figured it out, how to be a busy woman and to implement this lifestyle, and so much so that she went on to become a certified personal trainer herself, which I'm so proud of her every time. So I recruited her to help collab on this guide for you guys. It is launching tomorrow. Get ready. Make sure to head over to my Instagram and sign up for the notifications so you know it's coming. It is free $99. It is going to have so much good info for you to just really get started. Like, to really just do this thing, okay? But as always, I will leave you the way I always do. Number one, please like, follow, subscribe, do all the things. You already know, all the things. And until next time, I need you to take some messy action in your life. And maybe if you're a busy woman, it means getting started on some of the things we talked about today. Okay? Love you. Have a good day. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget